I'm only talking about my experience. Me. I ain't talking about nobody else's experience, but my experience growing up in Flint, Michigan, where I came up, and I literally graduated in class of 86. The whole auto industry was dying. The crack epidemic was at an all-time high. Flint, Michigan led the nation per capita in murder for almost 12, 13 years straight. I had friends dead in jail. People were dying. It was crazy. And people always want to talk. Anybody wants to talk about violence has never seen it. I'm trying to tell you, when you talk about violence for real and you see it, it's like it's one of the scariest, most crazy things you've ever seen in your life. And people want to, smoke and fight it. And man, when you see somebody get smoked, when you really understand the ramifications of like this kind of thing, man, I beat up my own father. I beat my father's ass as a grown man because he was a drunk. I went through my whole life him beating up my mother. Listen, my earliest memory was him hitting my mother in the face as hard as he could. That's my earliest memory. And that told me, oh damn, it's his world, okay? And he ruled through intimidation, he ruled through physical force, and we were scared of him, man. My whole life, I was scared of my father. I peed in the bed, I was 14 years old. Cause I wake up, I didn't know what was gonna happen.
I'm still afraid of my father. I would never fight my father.
Come on, man.
I world champion, because I know he would shoot you.
He would kill you. He would kill you.
I knew that for a fact. I knew that as an adult, I was always respectful. He needed money. I would make sure I gave him money. I didn't want to be on his bad side.
But see, I did the same thing. I was a pleaser. I was like, man, you want another beer? Here's another beer. You want this? No. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But pull your pants up. My pants up, sir. No. But this is the thing. I became a grown man. And I said, look, I'm gonna bring my family home. I'm gonna bring my kids home for Christmas. I'd played in the NFL, I had done this thing. I said, listen, I'm gonna bring my kids home for Christmas. I said, please, just don't act up. Just please. My kids have never seen it. My kids have never seen nothing crazy. Man, I bring them home. I'm out there hanging out with my wife and my kids. I'm hanging out with my wife. We about to go out. My kids are left at my home. Man, I get a call from my aunt. Oh my God. He hit your mama in the face. He knocked her tooth sideways. He knocked her tooth loose. I said, what? Are you kidding me? Like, I spent my whole life trying to keep my kids out of this. And all of a sudden, I bring you home one time. I just ask you promise me you're not gonna trip? And he just did that to show me he could do whatever he wanted to do. I said, take the kids to the aunt's house. I dropped my wife off at the aunt's house, drove to the house. I went home, he was still there. I said, man, it's me and you. And I beat his ass for hours. Now, Mike, let me tell you something. What blew me away though, I thought I would feel some satisfaction from that. I thought I would get some sort of release, and I got nothing. Man, look, I was sitting there like, this don't work, dog. This don't work. I got revenge. Wait, I got all the revenge I wanted. He was laying there talking about, do him, please. Because he an old man now. You know what I mean? And I'm going, all right, hey man, all this beating people ass stuff, it don't work. I mean, when you look at the results of what happened, I was like, I was left emptier. I was just like him. And I was done. I said, you know what? It's just not the way. It's just not the way to go. I choose to not go that route. Years later, I came back, and you know what I did? I apologized to him. I apologized to my father. I said, man, look, I should have never done that. I was out of sort. I said, even though you were wrong, I made myself even more wrong. And I said, dude, you know what? I, Terry Crews, I said, I am thankful. I said, if I had a chance to pick my parents, I would choose you. Mike, he started crying, dude. He started crying. He was like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what I did to your mother. I'm sorry for what I did to y'all. It was messed up. See, man, that's all we looking for, man. Like, look, I'm a grown-ass man, but we are just looking for people to recognize us for who we are and literally look at us and love us anyway.
Well, I'm too scared to ask my father. He wouldn't dare give me no fucking forgiveness. Are you fucking crazy?
Hey, I listen.
Hey, I don't know you fucking crazy.
But you gotta understand, I didn't know what he was gonna say. I was ready for anything. I was ready for fuck you, man. Get out of
Exactly.
here. I was ready for that.
Exactly.
I was ready for that. Don't touch me. Get out of here. Woo, woo, woo. But this is the thing. When he broke down, I gave him a hug. And I'll be honest with you, we still don't talk. It ain't like we became buddies. Forgiveness ain't about like all of a sudden nothing happened. Forgiveness is for me. Forgiveness is so I can move on, so I can just like wipe my hands and go to the next step. But accountability is different. Accountability says, hey man, I don't trust you. And you're gonna stay way over here. But I forgive you, but I also know who you are.